home hacks that you wish that you would have known sooner. In fact, I'm going to show you things that people with millions of subscribers tell you to do, but it doesn't actually work. I'll show you what does work to save you the most amount of time and money. I'm about to solve some of your most difficult household problems and smelly problems. And if some of these home hacks do not apply to you, I bet you have a friend or family member that you could help out. They'll be saying to you, that's genius. Nothing in this video is sponsored, and anything I talk about here today will be linked in that description box below. And if you're brand new here, I have 4 small children. I run my own professional organizing business, and I do YouTube full time. So I've had my fair share of household annoyances.
Did you accidentally spill candle wax on one of your beloved items, maybe your carpeting or your furniture? Have no fear, my friend. I have an excellent home hack for you to get it out. All you want to do is cut up some paper bags, and then you're going to grab your iron. Place those paper bags over the wax that is stuck on your surface. And then what you're going to do is use the heat from the iron to transfer it onto the paper bag. Repeat this as often as you need to until all of that wax is picked up. And then you may want to use a product such as Folex to remove any stains if the candle wax did leave some. This is such an excellent and easy hack. Grab a cleaning toothbrush if you have one on hand, and that can help lift the wax even more. Stains, and more stains. Hands down, the best stain remover is Folex. Nothing in this video is sponsored, and you are going to need some sort of extraction tool. I just like this Bissell little green machine. It works perfectly. And I want to show you how this compares to Resolve carpet cleaner that is specifically designed for carpet. You can see the Folex did a much better job than the Resolve. How about some hydrogen peroxide? Spray a little bit of that on there. Use your toothbrush just to work it into the carpeting, and we are going to extract. Now, out of these 3, which one worked the best? And the winner is Folex. Now sure, Resolve can work pretty well if you let it sit a little bit longer, but I wanted to see which one worked the fastest. Have you ever used borax? I know not many people know about borax, but it has been around for years. Chances are your grandmother used this. There's so many different places that you can use it. Some of my favorites are in the dishwasher and in your washing machine. You can also use it with your clothes. It helps eliminate any lingering smells. You can see here inside of my washing machine drawer, lots of mold likes to accumulate, especially if you use fabric softeners, which I do absolutely love. And I do keep this drawer open all the time. But with that being said, mold still likes to accumulate inside of there. So here's a little trick to get it out nice and easy for you. Fill a tub or a sink or something with hot water, and then you're going to put about a half a cup of borax in there, and you're going to let any item soak that needs a little extra cleaning. And then go in with a sponge or a cleaning toothbrush and get all that grime out of here. You want to do this as frequently as needed. Full disclosure, I do not do it as often as I should. I often wait till it gets really bad. It's not my favorite job to do because it is a little time consuming, but this borax definitely helps reduce some of that cleaning time. You can see all the grime here that is accumulated at the bottom of my sink. Oh my word, look at all this mold up in here. This is nasty. This is probably after about 4 months or so. Grab that cleaning toothbrush that was soaked in your warm water and borax and go to town. Get it lifted up. After this video, you're going to be looking at your washing machine drawer and just taking a peek to see what's going on in yours. I have 2 little tricks for you when it comes to removing that mold. Yes, use the borax, that's going to help, but there are very few brushes that you can use to get inside there. And oftentimes a toothbrush is perfect, but you need to melt the head of it a little bit. So just light it on fire, get it warm, and then you're going to bend it to your desired position. Let that toothbrush cool and you'll notice that it is stuck in the position that you wanted. Now you can get in all those nooks and crannies way back in there. Oftentimes you can use this on your toilet. You can use it behind the toilet. Here is another way to easily clean if you don't want to deal with brushes. The Bissell Steam Shot. This works in so many different places around your home. This happens to be one of my favorite ways to clean inside of here because there's minimal to no scrubbing. Just this hot steam does all the work for you. And I have to say, this is super satisfying. Look in there, it is looking better already. You can use the Steam Shot to clean all the little compartments inside this drawer. There are quite a few. Make sure you remove that top lid because lots of mold and mildew likes to accumulate on there as well. This is where our DIY toothbrush comes in handy because you can use it to remove any of that remaining mold inside there. The Steam Shot is great for lifting it, and then the toothbrush is excellent for finally removing it. I hate front-loading washing machines, but that is what I have, so I need to work with what I have. How about these rubber flaps inside? Oh yeah, lots of mildew likes to collect in there. And yes, I always leave this open so that it can air out. Use that same borax solution to clean the inside. It's going to smell better, your clothes are going to smell better, and you're going to feel happier. Now, I'm not a huge fan of laundry pods. I do not think they are very cost-effective because as you can see here, you often have to use 2 to 3 pods depending upon the size of your load. And these little babies get pricey, but I am going to show you a little trick when it comes to these to ensure that they break down completely. Maybe you've had them stuck inside of that rubber flap in your washing machine or stuck to your clothes. Let me know in that comments box below if you've ever experienced that. Many people say to put the laundry pods in before your clothing, although I have an even better hack for you. Place your laundry pod directly in the drawer. You will be amazed at how well this works. I've never had an issue with the laundry pods other than it being more pricey, but they always break down when I do it this method and nothing is sticking to my clothing. You can see the pod has broken down very nicely. Look at all these glorious suds. There's a lot of people on the internet telling you the most effective ways to clean your grout. My friend, I have tried them all over and over again. So I'm going to show you what not to do, and I will show you what to do. Let's take a before here of my grout. You can see in some places it is cleaner than others, and in other places it's really dark and grimy. This is our mud room where everyone comes in and out, so it does like to attract a lot of dirt. I'm going to separate my grout with this tape so that we can really see which products work the best. The first thing that we're going in here is with some Resolve. Many of you had told me that you use Resolve to clean your grout, and I was very surprised by the results. Next, we're going to go in with some baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. You are going to want to stay tuned for this part because, like I mentioned, someone with over 1 million subscribers tells you to use baking soda and hydrogen peroxide to clean your grout. You are not going to want to do this, and let me show you exactly why. I'm going to save you so much headache and heartache because I actually do these things that I show you. I don't just try it out for 5 seconds and then tell you you should do this. Now, put your hydrogen peroxide on your grout lines. The best way to do this, hands down, is just to grab a spray bottle top. But I didn't have one handy, so this is what we're doing. I'm just pouring it on those grout lines. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but said influencer said you are now supposed to sprinkle the baking soda over that hydrogen peroxide. And as you can see, this is a very messy, time-consuming process. I'm just doing one square here. Can you imagine if I did this entire floor like this? What a mess I would have on my hands. And then trying to distribute that baking soda into the grout lines. No, thank you. She says that you're supposed to grab a broom now to get in those grout lines to clean it up. The problem is you're not able to get enough tension in the grout line being this far up high. You can see it's not really scrubbing very well. It's just kind of sweeping and moving the baking soda around. You need a little bit more elbow grease when it comes to cleaning your grout. And the broom, it's not going to do it for you. I'm going to use a towel here just to see if I can pick up some of that grime, see if the hydrogen peroxide and baking soda lifted it at all. And my towel is getting quite dirty, which is fantastic, but I think it's the towel that's doing more of the work than the actual broom did. Now I'm going in with that Resolve as a comparison for you. You can see here, just spraying this down is way easier. That's why if you're going to use the hydrogen peroxide method, just make sure that you have a spray top on there. Here's a better alternative for you. Skip the broom. It's not going to be worth the headache. This is a Dollar Tree brush and it has a very nice handle on it. And the bristles are just sturdy enough so that it can help lift all that grime that is in your grout lines. You can use this on your countertops. You could use this in your shower. And yes, you can use it on your floor so that you do not have to get down on your hands and knees. Let's give this one a good wipe down and see what we are working with. Both of these towels are filthy, so I'm going to show you a little trick when it comes to whitening pretty much anything with 90% success. You can use any sort of stain pre-treat. I love this Tide one. I love OxiClean. Again, nothing in this video is sponsored. Let that sit on your fabric for as long as needed. And then I always use bleach. This works better than anything else. And then my go-to laundry detergent is Tide. Some people tell you that you can throw the cap from the laundry detergent inside of the drum. I do not recommend this because sometimes it can get snagged on your clothing. I don't actually use the cup that it comes with because it gets all full of laundry detergent. I just pour it out the back end of the bottle. I find that this is much easier and does not leave any spills, and it just looks better overall. And I actually waste less laundry detergent using it this way. I always do a quick wash. It's around 25 minutes or so, and then I use the hottest water setting when it comes to my whites. For those of you who also love fabric softeners, this Suavitel one is my absolute favorite. It's affordable, it works, it's amazing. You can find smaller versions of this at Dollar Tree. In fact, that's where I first discovered it, but I do get these large bottles either at Target or on Amazon. Now, because of the baking soda, it did leave quite a mess all throughout my floor. In fact, I actually tracked it all throughout my house. Many of you asked me what my favorite mop is. I have loved the Tinco for quite some time, but I will say because of all the baking soda, it did a number on this Tinco, and it's still working, but it's a problem with the baking soda. But right now I'm currently just loving my O-Cedar spin mop. It's much easier to clean than the Tinco machine. I go back and forth, it just depends. The Tinco is fantastic because you can vacuum and mop all at the same time, but the O-Cedar spin mop is just much easier and faster to use. As you can see here, the baking soda and hydrogen peroxide did work better than the Resolve. Here's the problem with the baking soda. It gets stuck inside of those grout lines. So yes, it can make it look whiter, but that's because the baking soda is just stuck inside. Yes. Also, the baking soda is tracked all over the rugs. It's just really hard to put it down on the floor and put it exactly where you need to. The baking soda is 100% not necessary for that hydrogen peroxide to be effective. Here's something else people will tell you to do when it comes to cleaning grout. Make a paste with the hydrogen peroxide and baking soda. But the problem is when you make a paste, depending upon what you're using, it's going to spread all over, and the baking soda is going to settle to the bottom of whatever container. So for example, this Dollar Tree bottle, and if you use a bowl, it's going to settle to the bottom of the bowl. It just doesn't mix very well over the long term. It will look like you've mixed these two ingredients together, but just give it a few minutes and it'll start to settle. Remember all the brown on my white kitchen towels from lifting the dirty grout? Well, they are looking white and bright using my whitening laundry technique. Another great product to use when it comes to pre-treating any stains is Zout. It sounds very similar to the other laundry stain remover Shout, but no, this one is Zout, and many of you also love this product. I want to show you what it looks like if you were to use the baking soda all over your grout. You can see it is such a disaster. It is a disaster. And you know when you get baking soda on your carpeting and mix it with water, the disgustingness that it leaves. I mean, this was a time-consuming process. I actually had to mop up my floors with my cedar mop probably about 6 times because of this darn baking soda. And even after that, I did still have to get way down low to continue to wipe it up. And because of the baking soda, I had to go in and clean my carpeting with my carpet cleaner. This became like a 3-day project. Ugh. Look at all that baking soda still stuck in those grout lines. I told you I try it all so that you do not have to waste your time. Zep Grout Cleaner and Brightener. This does not work very well either. The best out of all of these when it comes to cleaning grout is the hydrogen peroxide if you want a more all-natural remedy. Toilet bowl cleaner with bleach also works really well, but the smell is very pungent. Maybe you have some wood that's needing a little extra shine. I know that our front door is starting to look a little bit haggard, so I love this lemon oil. You can use this in so many different places, not only on wood, but you can use it in your stainless steel sink. Just grab yourself a microfiber towel or a paper towel and rub it in. Make sure that you let it completely dry, so for example the next day, so that you can really see the lasting results when it comes to this. Bonus, you're also going to pick up some dirt when it comes to shining up any sort of wood surfaces. Look at how beautiful this wooden door now looks. And I saved myself a ton of money just by using a simple household product. Here's another solution if you have any sort of scratched wood. I love this Old English. This is our mudroom area where it gets a lot of love with shoes and backpacks and sporting equipment. Much like with the lemon oil polish, you can use this to make your wood look almost brand new. Doesn't that look just so beautiful and shiny? Again, let this completely dry. This entryway desk has gotten a lot of love, so I did buy this mat on Amazon and I've used these all around my house so that any sort of wood surfaces do not get scratched. A little preemptive way to resolve this issue.
And before we move into our #1 home hack, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Super Thanks supporters and PayPal. Your contributions allow me to reinvest it back into this business. Fun fact, I recently hired a new video editor so that I can focus on my zone of genius, which is creating even better content for you. So thank you so much. Also, I'm able to go into clients' homes and help them organize for free the resources, my time, everything. And now, moving into our #1 home hack. I don't spend a ton of time in the kitchen, but I love to save money in the kitchen and I love fresh things, yes? So this next one is a 2-for-1. It's gonna save you time, money, and it's so clever and effective.
When you grate your own cheese, not only does it taste more fresh, but you also save yourself a lot of money. This is great for tacos, fajitas, basically anything cheese related. I was born and raised in Wisconsin, so you know I love me some cheese. Thumbs up if you can relate to me on that one. But look at all this cheese I was able to grate. But the problem is your cheese grater has all these small holes and nooks and crannies, and it's hard to find a tool to really get in there. If you use your sponge sponge brush, oftentimes the sponge starts to rip apart. After all, this is a cheese grater and it can grate your sponges. So I just like to go in with little DIY homemade spray cleaner. It's actually the Dawn Dupe Power Wash, and then use a little toothbrush to get in there really, really quickly. Your cleaning toothbrush. That way you're going to save yourself so much more time in the long run using this little trick. Once you've gotten the cheese or whatever you shredded out of all those little nooks and crannies, be sure to rinse this out with some warm water. I tend to hand wash most things because I find that sometimes the dishwasher leaves a little wear and tear on items. And if you hand wash them, your items often last longer and stronger.
Have you signed up for my free weekly cleaning and organizing newsletter? If not, it is linked in that description box below. And on a road to 1 million subscribers, if you would, please give this video a thumbs up and share it out with your friends and your family, and let me know in that comments box below what you found most helpful today. Now, if you want to see an amazing small closet transformation, click this video on screen now. But if you want to see some more genius home hacks, click this video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.